Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Yep, we are reading for June 24th, 25th, and 26th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, you know that I'm going to be using my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. I will use my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I will then follow up with a crystal energy from my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, this is just the introduction. You will find this on all of the videos, but I will put a link down there in the description for you to bypass, especially for those who cross-watch their, their moon, their, rising, ascending, moon, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Mars. So if you cross-watch, that's the place for you to go. Or if you just want to bypass again. Now, for the main part, I am going to use my Waite Rider or Rider-Waite deck, and I will use my Colleen Barrett Reed. I did it pretty good. The Good Tarot. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to the source, God, higher power, and ask that whatever comes through just comes through. Now let's go on to my little thing. I know I've talked to death about, well, not to death, but I've talked a lot about the planetary alignment that will be on the 24th. Even though today I'm doing this on the 21st, and even though this is this is the solstice, summer solstice for the people in the north, winter solstice for the people in the southern hemisphere, a lot of Midsummer Eve celebrations are around the 23rd, 24th, okay? So we also had, and I told you about what else was going on. Let's see. St. John's Day, that's the John the Baptist birth feast day. So there's a lot of interesting stuff. And I also told you about the Great Full Planetary Parade Alignment. And I've heard some people say, that this is something that happens every 20 to 40 years. But this is supposed to be all the planets, not even the planets that you cannot see. And that has been said is about, 100, 140 years. I've put a couple of articles about that. Now, the interesting thing is, new moon, Cancer, on the 28th, 10:52 p.m. Eastern Time. And on the 28th at 3:55 a.m. Eastern Time, Neptune, who is in Pisces, goes retrograde. So that's a lot of that digging up secrets type of thing. Okay, so the interesting thing to me, is that the last couple of days I've been singing a song from, it is a play. They made a movie out of it called Hair, Hair, back, late 60s, early 70s. And actually it's a musical. It was a musical on Broadway, very popular when I was a youngster. And one of the songs that came from it was Aquarius. And it was, so I've been singing it and singing it and singing it, and that it just kind of, okay, enough. But a little bit, and I'm going to throw this out just for kicks and giggles. Who's even to say? I don't know with this per se, but it just kept coming over and over. So some of the lyrics is when the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars. So I'm thinking, well, Jupiter and Mars are in Aries right now. There is this great alignment. They will be in Aries, so there is an alignment going on. They will be in Aries. Well, Mars will be in Aries until July 5th, and Jupiter will be in Aries. Well, then it goes retrograde July 28th. So both of these are still, I would say, in an alignment. And I want to know, this is like one of those things. Let's open this up for discussion. Talks amongst yourselves. Anyway, so I'm thinking, okay, so what would the 7th house be from Aquarius? And that, I counted that out, and that would be Leo. So that, because you count Aquarius as the 1st house. So Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer season. So then we would have Leo is the 7th house. So I said, is there going to be a moon in the 7th house of, which is Leo? And there will be a waxing moon So, it is growing. It is it's from the new moon to the full moon. There will be a waxing moon in Leo July 1st and July 2nd. So who's to say, just kind of, there's a lot of people that do better astrology. Of course, I've had to learn as I've gone along and just whatever higher power, Holy Spirit's taught me about this. But I just thought it was very interesting. So is this? Now, the rest of the song is when the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, then peace will guide the planets and love will rule the stars. And then it said, this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. So the dawning, remember, it is always darkest before the light. So are we entering, many people say that we started entering Aquarius 2012. Some people say that it's going to be 2600. So nobody really even has a firm grip on that. But I just thought it was an interesting lyric, and it had been going through my mind so much, and I just thought, hey, we will see what we will see. Okay, let's go on. This card has fallen. Let's see what we have here. So this is the dawning? I don't know. Because it doesn't say full moon. It doesn't say new moon. It just says when the moon is in the 7th house. Okay, and so here we go. First card is, ooh, we have Sneaky Snake this weekend. We have a 5. 5 has some change energy. Could be positive, could be negative, but this is the 5 of Swords. Swords now is Aquarius. It is Libra. It is also Gemini. Thoughts, processing. It's also making plans. It's hearing news. But this is, to me, I always feel like this has Sneaky Snake energy. This person now, maybe I'm doing this whole thing wrong, and maybe this person is guarding the swords, but I always feel like he might be guarding them, but he's also looking for his payoff. Okay, so I always get a Sneaky Snake energy with this, but at the same time, these people have turned their back. These people somewhat trust him, but he does not feel trustworthy to me. So what is going on with it? Is there a Sneaky Snake energy going on? Something with Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Maybe we're going to hear some interesting news over the weekend, because isn't Mercury still in Gemini, which is our, air energy here. So Sneaky Snake energy. This person isn't, I don't really feel like this person is an honorable person on honorable energy. However, it does not mean that he gets away with what he's doing. That's the thing that we always have to remember. He doesn't get away with it. He's just, he's just kind of like I said, a sneaky snake. Okay, let's see what we've got here. And reversed cards have a strong energy. So let's see here. The Knight of Cups. So Knight of Cups. Okay, Knights, all the court cards have an underlying energy. Okay, Pages underlying energy is our Earth, which is Pentacles, which is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo, money, job, career. Knights is fire, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So it's passionate, burning, very determined. Now the Queen is Cups, water, and that is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid and emotional, very caring, but very committed, emotionally committed, but also spiritual energy. And then the King's underlying energy is air, which we've talked about, sword energy. Thought processes, hearing news, thinking things through, also very strong strategy too. So the Knight of Cups, Knight's underlying is that, that passion, is that this is really, really where I want to go. But the Cups energy is that Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have entered into Cancer season. We have, this is interesting because I do feel like this Knight wants to go forward, wants to rush ahead. But at the same time, he can't necessarily rush ahead. He has his cup. He has his cup. He has to guard whatever is in his cup. Water, fluid, whatever it is. He needs to guard it, and he needs to make sure he brings it safely to wherever he is going. I feel like the horse wants to, the horse has motion, possibly needs to cross that stream. So Knight of Cups is also significant of romantic energy, of emotional energy, wanting to go forward energy. So, is it because, but at the same time, need, he's not in battle. If he was in battle, he'd put his cup down, and he'd also have his helmet, the helmet guard on too. But so he is moving forward. He is prepared if he needs to go into battle. But his focus is to get, I feel like for this card, and it might change during the readings, his focus is to get his cup to where it needs to go. Now, that could be heart energy. Again, that could be very romantic energy. That could be very much a commitment energy. So whatever the commitment is, the Knight of Cups is going to take that very, very seriously. Now, that also, the Knight of Cups, I also feel is very aware of the pitfalls or the downfalls or the sneaky snake energy. So the Knight of Cups, I think, is really trying to, really, establish a plan, establish, how to be successful in crossing the waters and keeping the cup safe. Anyway, let's go on. Okay, now we have the Nine of Swords. Now the Nine of Swords, and again, that is reversed. So 9 has, let's wrap it up, you've got everything you need, but then the Swords has a lot of anxiety to it. The Swords have a lot of, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to pray. We're going to reach out, meditate, reach out to whoever our higher power is, and just ask for some help. But the Knight of Swords is also about unnecessary worry, but it just seems really, really overbearing and overwhelming. So it could, this could have a really strong connection with this, dishonorable energy. But again, the thing about the Nine of Cups, and as we go through this, the Nine of Swords, is that this is not, it's more of an illusion than it is the reality. Our mind is making it bigger than what it actually is. We do get through this. That, the Knight of Cups is saying, is really, no, we have to figure this out. Just chill a little bit. I just have to figure this out a little bit more. The Nine of Swords is kind of waking up and saying, oh, how am I going to pay the bill? How am I going to pay the gas? How am I going to pay this, that? But again, the Knight of Cups is really about getting through it and actually, keeping it is getting through a type of energy, okay? Again, there is something, an energy that is not honorable. It does not mean that energy perseveres, okay? This energy will only persevere if we are delusion, or if we let the illusion of fear cover us, okay? So the thing again with this is, remember, I'm always saying this, fear is the tool of the devil. It keeps you from being who you are. It keeps you from moving forward. It keeps you from connecting with higher power. Believe it, yes, fear keeps you from connecting with higher power, and many, many times over, it's kind of like higher power is the only thing we've really got to hold on to. And that's with that Knight of Cups happening, okay? Now, let's go on with the Colleen Barron read, the Good Tarot. Let's see what we have here. Higher power. There's so much stress going on here. I know the Knight of Cups, though. The Knight of Cups brings peace and brings connection with higher power. Brings the ideas, brings the love, the caring, with also the passion of that fire energy. So let's see. What else? What can you give us? What will you give us? Can you kind of give us a little bit of hope? Help the people that are in those sleepless nights. Let them have rest. Here we go. Okay, let's see what this is. So now we have a 7. Were all of these reversed? I know these two were. I can't remember if that one was. So this one is also reversed. This is the 7. This is a divine umbrella, divine protection, divine redirection also, okay? This is the Strength card. This is very much an angelic covering, this is very much a heavenly covering, okay? Now, the interesting thing, oh, I'm sorry. This is, well, I was getting the Strength card, but this is actually the Chariot. Oh, I'm not going to redo my videos because I don't do that. But this is the Chariot energy. Okay, cool. So for everyone that's typing away that I'm seeing this wrong, I do have my glasses on. This is the Chariot. I'm looking at her and going, there's the two horses. Okay, the Chariot, much, much better. Maybe I was anticipating Strength. Anyway, the Chariot card is a very interesting card. Again, the 7 does have that umbrella because, yeah, the Strength card is an 8. Anyway, it has that umbrella. Now, the Chariot has very quick moving pieces. It's not static. Things are happening faster than you really think that they're happening. Things are moving forward. But the part of the Chariot is that you need to make sure that you are, again, that connecting with higher power, because the Chariot is kind of hands off the wheel, hands off the reins. Whoever, to be authentic with the Chariot card, the horses are being guided. Now, some will say they're being guided by your force, your will, but others will say, and I will say, they're being guided by higher power. But the horses and the reins are never in the person's hands. They're always hands off the reins. But the Chariot is that fast-moving energy, is that we're going to get through this quicker than you even think. Things are happening that we're not even aware of. There is a higher power that is working behind those scenes. But again, too, this has that, many, many songs about hands off the wheel. Hands off the wheel. Don't try to direct it. Let things happen. Let things flow. Now, it can also mean promotion, and it can also mean, something better, winning the race. But the winning the race is also about hands off the wheel. Okay? Okay. So interesting stuff. I do want to hear, I hope you watched the intro. I do want to hear what you think about that, about Jupiter aligning with Mars and then the Leo. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. And since I discovered that, the song has stopped playing in my mind. But anyway, take a moment, and you know what? Like, but also smash down that like button, because I guess that's what really, the more likes that I can get, the more it moves the algorithms, and I do think that I'm a little shadow banned. Yeah, because I get people telling me that they've signed up, that they have the bell, and they just don't get my notifications. So if you can like, I would really, really appreciate it. But why don't we start the readings now? Hello, my Capricorns. How are you doing? Well, we do have Pluto still. It's going to be there till, 2024, though there is some relief in 2023, a little bit, but it finally leaves in 2024. So, but yet at the same time, I feel like we're entering into the rebuilding spot of, remember Pluto Tower card has to tear everything down in order to let Capricorn start to rebuild. Okay. So I think that, it is the Phoenix energy. Yes, Pluto, that's also the same thing with Scorpio, but it's like, rising from the ashes. Now, the thing I'm getting for you, my Capricorns, is just chill a little bit. I'm kind of getting a lot of that Chariot energy, except I feel like you're like, no, let me take those reins. I can do this. Let God take the reins. Let his angels take the reins for you, okay? You don't have to jump in. You don't have to do anything at the time, but you'll just enjoy the ride. Things will be moving, but I get this. Give me those reins. No. Breathe through it. Breathe through it, my Capricorns. Anyway, you crack me up with that, though. I feel the passion. Okay, let's see what higher power has for my Capricorns here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, all of these are reversed. First card for my Capricorns. Well, there's the passion. There is the passion, the Knight of Fire. So Knight's underlying energy is fire. This is fire, fire. This is Leo, Sagittarius, and it's Aries. We have that Sagittarius full moon. We have Mars and Jupiter in Aries, but we still have Mars in Aries. And that is, Aries and Mars, they're what, the gods of war, gods of battle. Very, very passionate energy here, pushing that forward. But the Knight of Fire, again, Knights are directional. I am going to let you know that, your passion is wonderful. Your passion for the cause is wonderful. But again, you don't have to be the one to necessarily control the outcome, control the scenario. But the Knight of Fire is really pushing you, is saying, yeah, Debbie, I do want those reins. I do want to control this. I need to do this. I want to do this. Okay, well, let's see what these other cards say. Anyway, it is all passionate, adventurous, self-assured, restless. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully, and I think that's really what it is. When you get this passion, when you just, it's kind of like, fools rush in where angels fear to tread. It's like, no, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to just do it. I'm going to just, enough is enough type of stuff going on here. So think things through before you just, I guess this is one of those look before you leaps, but this is, again, the passion is very wonderful. It's very strong. It's passion for a cause, but again, to look, think a little bit before you just rush in. Okay, next card is reversed again. Awaken. Well, look at things a little differently. So this is the Hanged Man. This is major arcana. This is a 12. So we have the 1, new beginning, 10, transition. We have a 2, choices, partnership. 1 plus 2 is it's a 3, so that is creative, that is celebratory, that's also very much that's very powerful energy. Say something, do something 3 times. Really, get 2 other buds together and let's hold hands and just want this. This is Archangel Gabriel, the divine messenger. So you could be hearing some news that's going to make you look at something a little differently. But remember, when I said there's going to be this, I want to make some changes, I want to do this, again, you need to hold off a little. I'm not going to say you can't make these changes or do whatever it is. Just do it a little differently than the passion in you. Because this passion is just, like I said, this is like, give me those reins. I'm gonna do this. I want this. I'm done waiting. I want more to happen. And you know what, my Capricorns, you've had Pluto in Capricorn since 2008. I understand it. It's kind of like, I am done with the teardown. Now's the time to rebuild, or now's the time to really do something more. But the awakening, the Hanged Man says, just look at things, it's kind of like a little no, Capricorn, just calm down a little bit. Look at things a little differently, okay? So, look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. However, it is important to be yourself. So let's see what this last card has for you. Last card. Ooh, the Queen of Air. So now, Queen's underlying energy, water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We're in Cancer season right now. But this is air energy. This is Aquarius energy. And remember, again, I know Saturn in Aquarius, truth versus illusion, reality versus the lies, okay? Air energy, so I said Aquarius, it's Gemini, so that also is, Mercury's still in Gemini, right? There's so much that goes on, but I believe Mercury's still in Gemini, and that's our communication. That's really, Mercury and Gemini are, they're best buds. They belong together. It's also Libra. It's thought processes, it's thinking things through, it's making plans. So whatever this is, again, whatever this passion is, whatever this cause is, Archangel Gabriel is saying, hey, think things a little bit clear. Think things through a little bit more. That the Queen of Air is kind of saying, step back. If you're going to go forward, you need to make sure you have a plan. You need to make sure that you're succinct. You need to make sure that you're objective. You need to make sure that your words are wise. There is the emotion of the water, but the air is more think. Think things through. Doesn't mean you can't, because the Knight of Fire is like, like I said, it's just bristling at the bridle. Is that, I don't ride horses, but it's like bristling. It's like, I've got to get moving. This is something, But again, the awakening and Queen of Air is just like, think things through, be objective, don't let emotion run wild, okay? So the Queen of Air is independent, experienced, realistic, and witty. Objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you. So that the Knight of Fire would be very good to do that. But seeing the humor in a situation. So interesting. Let me know, my Capris, what this is about or who this might resonate with, because the passion is so like, I keep saying, give me those darn reins. Give me those reins, Chariot. I'll show you I'll show you how to drive this thing. So let's see. And if you don't know what I mean, that's in the introduction. So let's see what we've got here. Higher power for our Capricorns here. Here we go. Kind of enough is enough already. Here we are. Love begins. Ooh, we have a 1, 2, 1. New beginning, new start. So with this, love begins. What is that all about? But this is the One of Cups, the Ace of Cups, new beginning, new start, joining together. Now, if we go to the traditional, it is a divine hand providing this wonderful cup. And remember, the Knight of Cups is guarding that cup. And the Knight of Cups is from that, again, the introduction. So this is guarding the cup. But this is, this is a very freeing energy. This is a new start, new beginning, new relationship type of energy too. So whatever this is, it brings about a new love type of energy, a new romantic energy, a new sense of peace. Okay, so whatever it is, you just have to get through the Archangel Gabriel and the Queen of Air to get there, though. Okay, so let's see what we have. What crystal or energy would be helpful for my Capricorn? So remember the numbers 1, 2, 1. Because let's see what we've got here. Crystal or energy for my Cappies. Titanium rainbow quartz. Awakening all chakras. Ultimate manifestation. Vibrancy. A powerful shift. Interesting here. The passion's real. The passion is real, my Cappies. Anyway, my Capricorns, smash the like button. Let's shake up that algorithm. I'd appreciate it. Again, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. As always, and this is the most important part, my Capricorns, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.